Greetings, and welcome to another exciting episode of Age of Empires Castle Siege Tutorials. I am Dice Gods, and I know it has been a very long time since I have made any new videos. Several months at least, I'm sure. But yeah, I got some time on my hands, so I figured, try and make one or two or three or four. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, what I want to do here is demonstrate one of my favorite attacks, which is the Conrad Richard Ram Rush attack. I typically get 3 stars with this attack. It's it's really effective, even against maxed out age 10 castles. I very often get 3 stars with it. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate, show how that gets done. I guess I'm going to start with the army composition, I guess. I like to go with 8 Grens, 16 Rams, 6 Ladder Invaders, 8 Musketeers, 4 Pikemen, 4 Infantry, and 2 Raiders. And then as far as the boosts go, I almost always go with Poison the Well and Advanced Scouting. The reason I use those is Poison the Well reduces the effectiveness of all of the enemy's troops that come out of the guardhouse and the patrol points. Has no effect on relief forces, but the guardhouse troops, that's a big one. And the advanced scouting allows me to mainly see where the fire traps are. I like to set those off if I can before I start my attack, and maybe set those off with an infantry and then use that infantry to lure enemy troops out of the castle so that I can deal with them. But by setting off that fire trap, that's really important. And also, you can see where the enemy engineer traps are. That helps sometimes. It might decide where you attack, where you launch your attack at. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started here, I guess. First thing I like to do is deploy an infantry and use him to lure the enemy guardhouse troops or whatever else is set to attack right away. By setting him over here, running him along that map, that kind of keeps them occupied, and it gives me a chance to penetrate deep into the castle so I can start maybe take out those guardhouses before they get a chance to send even more troops. I deploy my rams, typically like each one targeting a different tower, and you want to make sure they don't get too spread out so that Conrad's boost doesn't affect all of them. So I'll usually deploy them in a line approximately the width of his boost, and then as I deploy more, I'll just deploy them in depth so that I just make sure that they all get that siege rush boost. As you can see, I dealt with the enemy cavalry. Once I launched my ram attack, I deployed some spearmen and used some grenadiers. That's a very effective means of taking out cavalry. One of the things you really want to make sure of when you're doing any sort of ram rush is that you keep the rams busy attacking towers. They like to waste their time attacking the walls, and that's pointless. You really don't want that. They want to wander off. They want to see, like here, I'm just literally running away from the battle at this point. You want to keep them busy attacking towers and drawing fire from towers so that your grenadiers and your musketmen can take out the towers, because they're really effective against that. See, like these rams here, could have done so much more if they hadn't. The constant back and forth, you'll find that you'll send them to do something and they'll just simply refuse to do it. You got to be constantly, all the time on them. So yeah, that's really the key thing. It's just really concentrate on keeping your rams busy attacking towers. Another thing too you want to keep in mind is that Richard loves to attack towers, and he's the one guy you really don't want doing that. You kind of want to keep him alive as long as possible so you can get all of his boosts for your infantry. So really keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't go, especially flame towers. Oh man, that'll just be the end of him. Try to keep him so that he doesn't wander off, so that he is as central as possible to your attack, and thus every time you launch his boost it has the maximum amount of good. That is, it affects the most amount of your troops. And then, yeah, really make sure you keep the rams busy. attacking towers. They don't like to attack towers. They will do, of their own accord, they simply will not do it. And that's what you really want them to do. So yeah, we're just cleaning up here at this point. And there you go. So that is the ram rush attack with Conrad and Richard. And an utterly just devastating attack. It really is. There aren't too many castles I won't get at least 2 stars. It's very rare that I don't get 2 stars, and as often as not 3 stars, even against fully maxed out age 10 castles. So anyway, there it is. Hope you enjoyed it, and well, hopefully I'll make another one here real quick, so why not? See you then. Till then, Dice Gods signing out.